Hey everyone, welcome back to Don't Worry, I'm Here. And if you're new, welcome to the podcast. I am the host, Nadia Voldemort, and I hope you didn't find the opening too weird. If you're listening to the audio, you would have been able to hear, but you wouldn't have been able to see what I was doing. That's my dog, by the way. He is drinking water again. He likes to be a part of the podcast, okay? So, yeah, I was just drinking water out of my bottle, and then, I smiled at the end. I don't know. So, you guys can see my dimple. My natural dimple. I love it so much. Yeah, so I feel like I have a really nice smell. Comment down below if you agree, okay? Let me know if you agree. Also, I don't know what to do for the openings anymore. I like to do it. Like I said last week, I like to do openings just so you can be like, ooh, damn, she looks good today. I want to keep watching her. Or like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen next, you know. Yeah. I go on tangents a lot, just to let you know if you're new to the podcast. Today I'm wearing a full face of Australis makeup. I don't usually wear a full face of makeup, but I wanted to do a full face of Australis makeup for YouTube. I love Australis. Their brand is vegan friendly and they do not test on animals. That is what I look for when I go and buy makeup. So nothing really happened this week. I didn't really have an idea of what I would discuss on this episode. I had a mind block, a mental block. What's it called? Where you just can't think of what to talk about or say. So this week, we're going to go back in time and I'm going to give you guys my best advice. So they're going to be clips from previous episodes of my favourite pieces of advice. So we'll get into that right now. And when I come back, I'm going to do my blog moments, dear diary, and let's discuss. I hope you guys enjoy the advice that I'm about to give you. I hope it helps you in some way. Okay, let's begin. I feel like society feels like if you take rest, if you take a break, you're lazy or something like that. But there are other reasons, okay? Your main priority is taking care of yourself. If you don't feel like doing something one day, like you said yesterday, oh, I'm going to get that done tomorrow. And you're like, yes, I'm going to get that done tomorrow. And then the next day you're like, I don't feel like doing that. Don't be so hard on yourself, okay? I just got to live in the moment. Okay, I can do things to improve my future, but I don't want to overthink it so much. So I'm just going to live day to day. Yes, I'm going to think about my future, but I'm not going to let the future, bring me down. Just don't give up, okay? That's what I'm going to say to you. Don't give up, okay? If your goal isn't working, just make the goal a little bit smaller, okay? Don't give up. Okay, don't give up on your dreams, don't give up on your goal. You have one life, live it to the fullest. So you don't want to spend it wasting your energy and time on people that couldn't care less about you or that wouldn't do the same for you in situations, if that makes sense. So being mature, being an adult makes you realize that not everyone has the same intentions for me that I do with them. So I could be very not using them, but they could be using me. I'm not one of those people that gets jealous of other people's success, because I feel like I'm doing well with my YouTube, with my podcast. There's no need for me to get jealous, you know what I mean? I'm one of those people where I love seeing other people succeed. So there's this girl that I work with, and she is thinking of doing a YouTube channel. She's like, I don't know where to start. And I was giving her tips. I'm like, she wants to do vlogs. I'm like, my advice to you is, you can do vlogs where you talk in front of the camera, or you can voice over it. I prefer the voice overing one. I gave her those two options. I'm like, it works better because you don't have to talk. You can just record little videos and then voice over it later. I was just I keep telling her, yes, do it, okay? Just go do it. You don't know what's gonna happen. To say this again and again, you're your number one priority. Your mental well-being is your number one priority, okay? capital YOU, is your #1 priority. This is what I was saying earlier. You're your #1 priority, okay? You cannot always please others, okay? You cannot always be there for people that take and take and take and take and don't give, okay? Do not waste all your energy on others, okay? Because in the end, you are your #1 priority. In the end, you have to worry about yourself, okay? You are going to be there for yourself for the rest of your life. No one else is going to be there more for you than yourself. When it's okay to have 1 to 2 cheat days, why do you think people say I'm having a cheat day? I think it's so they can like eat food that makes them happy.
Yeah, you can still eat like cake and stuff, like as long as you're not eating like
a whole cake.
Yeah, you gotta eat in moderation.
You can eat a whole cake if you want, okay?
Yeah, like if you want, like, but like, yeah, eating in moderation is good. Like, you can't eat too much of a certain food group, or you're not gonna get enough of another food group. Like, it's not just like eating too much unhealthy food. Like, don't think of it as a way that, oh, I don't think I deserve this. Like, you deserve to eat. That's like a basic human function. You need to eat to survive. Yeah. So don't have that mentality that you don't deserve to eat something. Like, yes, you do.
Eat
like,
cake.
If you want to eat cake, eat cake.
Eat a whole cheesecake from the cheesecake shop.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to stop you?
Yeah, again, no one's going to stop you. So
like, I wouldn't pay for a whole cheesecake. Get a whole mug cake from Coles or Woolworths.
Yeah.
It is hot girl summer. Okay. I just want to say that everybody is a bikini body, okay? So you have a bikini body, you have a bikini body, you have a bikini body, and you have a bikini body. Everyone has a bikini body, okay? Anyone can wear a bikini, okay? I don't care. Just wear your bikini. Doesn't matter what your body shape is or anything like that. The next thing is, you just have to understand that some people are assholes and you're not, okay? Don't let hurtful comments get to you. Just realize that some people are nasty. They don't care about other people's feelings. They just, yeah, and you just brush it off and be like, my god, they must have something seriously wrong with them. Like, I'm not gonna let it affect me, okay? So you're not an asshole, they are, okay? Just feel happy that you're doing better than them. You got a better personality. You're probably doing better than them in life because they're obviously not happy, okay? So just don't let it get to you. You're happy, you're positive, you're not nasty, you're not an asshole, but they are, okay? So basically, you're your #1 priority. Don't change yourself for 1 season just so you can go out and wear your bikini. Your body is already a bikini body, okay? Your body is already gonna fit a wedding dress. You don't have to change your body just to fit into a piece of clothing. I feel like if something negative happens, I don't react because my reaction is what makes it negative the most, you know? So if something negative happens to me, but like I have a positive mindset, like, yes, life isn't perfect. If I just like brush it off, it's a positive experience, not so much a negative experience. I don't compare myself to people anymore. Like, I probably compare myself to confident people, like, oh my god, she's so confident, she's so positive, like, I wish I had her mindset. Like, I like that for me, because I'm like, I'm progressing. I'm not looking at people and being like, I wish I was them. It's easier for you to mentally be like someone, so like, if someone's got a positive mindset, it's easier for them to put, to have some influence on you because of the way they're acting than like you looking like that. The past is memories. The future is a mystery. So don't worry about the future, okay? It's just gonna fall into place, okay? We don't know what's gonna happen. The past are memories, so you can't really go back, okay? They're just memories. And then the present is present, okay? It is the now. It is a gift because you can do whatever you want in that moment, okay? It's a gift because you don't know if you're going to get tomorrow, okay? But you're here now, okay? So that's all that matters. The present is all that matters. Taking things so personally, just move on, If it's negative, okay, out of sight, out of mind, okay? If someone did something negative, out of sight, out of mind. Why do we focus on the negative comment? Why do we get down about that negative comment? You need to change your mindset and be like, there are those 100 comments. This one person just has something going on in our life. Okay, they just want to bring me down. These other people, they're obviously actually like my stuff. They're the ones that I should focus on. Okay, because if you switch it around and you got 100 negative comments and one positive comment, you don't focus on the one positive comment, hey, but if it was the way that I just said, we just focus on the one negative comment. Why do we do that? Why do we do that to ourselves? Why do we focus on the negative? You got to change your mindset. Right, the quote that says, I don't chase, I attract. It's basically saying I do nothing, whatever I want to achieve comes to me. That quote should be rewritten. It should be, I attract when I try my best, or something like that. I hope those clips were informative and did give you some tips and really was beneficial for you. So now we're going to get into the 3 main segments of the podcast. First is my blown moments. This one is one where I was just stressing myself out and there was a simple solution. Okay, I'm talking about when my sister wanted to interview me for her assignment, so I was doing it over Zoom so she could record it. And yeah, I was trying to connect my Bluetooth headphones and it just wasn't working. Like, I had them on and the sound was coming out of my laptop. I'm like, I don't think they're gonna connect. Like, there's something wrong. Like, is the Bluetooth on my laptop? Is my headphones even turned on so they can connect? Okay, so I was on Zoom and there was literally a button for me to press so I could change the audio output. Okay, that's how blonde I am. Okay. So yeah, that is my blonde moment for the week. It actually happened yesterday. So I didn't have a blonde moment. I'm like, oh my god, I need to think of a blonde moment. And then that happened. So I'm like, that's my blonde moment for this week. So yeah, I should have just checked. Oh, is there an option where I can change the audio output? There was. I was stressing myself out for no reason. Yeah. You ever do that when you just like stress yourself out, but there was a simple solution? Oh my god. Okay, now is the second segment of the podcast called Dear Diary. For this exercise in my self-care journal, I have to take a chance to slow down and really take in my surroundings. So, for example, I had to go for a walk and write down what I noticed when I walk down the street. Just so you can stop, clear your mind, and take in what's really happening around you so you can actually observe fully what's happening. So I noticed the birds. Okay, there were lots of birds on the power lines. There were birds, there were a couple of magpies on the ground, and I thought they were gonna swoop me, not gonna lie. The trees, they're blowing in the wind, very slowly though. The wind wasn't that heavy or anything. The houses, they're just self-explanatory. They'll just stand in there, like they usually do. The grass was really green, all up and down my street. It's the same. The grass is all the same level, so there's no houses where the grass is really long. So it was short grass, very green, there's no like dead grass or anything. The dogs that were barking, when one starts barking, there's a whole choir of dogs down the street that start barking. The people, even if like dogs were getting walked, you notice the people, like, oh my god, do I know that person? Is that Larry that lives down the street or someone? And like, yeah, it just like helps you observe what's going on around you and like who's around you. The cars, some cars were parked on the wrong side of the road. Some were parked on the road and you notice that they have a whole driveway to park in, but they don't use it. Yeah, and you just like notice. Like what I do is I recognize like logos of cars that I'm like, oh, that's a Mitsubishi, that's a Toyota, that's a Holden. That's what I do when I went on my walk. I'm like, oh, what's that car? Oh, it's an Audi, you know. The butterflies. I'm also scared of butterflies because one time I was walking and a butterfly flew right into me and it scared me. I actually started crying, I think. So yeah, the butterflies, like yellowy, greeny ones, they're really pretty, yeah. So the leaves that were on the ground, most of them are dead, like there weren't any like really green leaves. And then the wind, like my hair was blowing everywhere. Like I should have had it tied up. That was my own fault. So I really recommend that you go on a walk and just observe what's happening around you, okay? Live in the moment, clear your mind, just like have nothing on your mind. And notice all the birds, the trees, the cars, the grass. Yeah. Like today I was in the car and I was observing everything. I saw a plover. So they're the birds, if you're not familiar with them, they're the birds that swoop you, make this really annoying noise. They have really long legs. I saw one and it had like really short legs. So I don't know what was wrong with it. It was not laying on the ground. I don't know what it was. It was probably bending its legs, but it looked like it had really short legs. So just clear your mind once in a while and just observe what's happening around you, okay? It's very beneficial. Very good for your mental health. Okay, so that was this week's exercise in my self-care journal. We are now going to move on to the last part of the podcast, which is let's discuss. Okay, so this one was one where I actually fully understood the question and last week I didn't really, yeah, so just if you want to know what I'm going on about, just listen to the episode before this one in the let's discuss and you'll find out why I said what I said, like me actually getting this one. Okay, so it says, you launched a very successful party bus company 5 years ago. You are the face of the brand, but recently you gave up alcohol and partying. Do you continue to be the ambassador and lie about your abstinence, or do you own up to being sober and risk losing credibility in your marketing? I don't think it matters. Like, most of the time when I answer these questions, I have two different ways that it could go. But this is one where I'm like, I only have one way of what I want to do. So I'm not going to lie about my abstinence. I need to be honest to my clients, to the people that want to be involved in my business, want to rent my party buses, hire them. So yeah, I'd be honest. I'd be like, I no longer party or like drink. But you probably don't even have to tell them to begin with. Like, whose business is it anyway to know if you drink or you party? It's your own personal life. So yeah, but like, there's only two options in this question. So like, do you lie or do you own up to being sober? I would own up to being sober. Like, it's not going to impact on my business. I'm still going to run it like I did when I was drinking and partying. Yeah, so just run it the same as you did when you didn't give up those things. But they could be like, oh, but you shouldn't be around partying and alcohol. You can still have fun without alcohol, okay? When I go out with my friends, they're all drinking, having a good time. I don't drink, okay? So I don't feel pressured to drink. So that's what I mean. You can still participate, but you don't have to do 100% of the things that the other people are doing. So I feel like you own up to being sober. I don't think you will lose credibility in the marketing, because you'll still be doing what you did before you gave up those things. You'll still have experience with the partying and the alcohol side of it. So people aren't going to want to be like, I'm no longer going to rent that party bus because the owner doesn't party or drink alcohol anymore, okay? I wouldn't do that. Like, I wouldn't even care what their backstory was. You know what I mean? Just like, it's none of my business. They just have a party bus company. That's all I am interested about. I just want to rent their party bus, okay? As long as they know how to, throw a party on the party bus, like provide the alcohol, they know what to do, then that's all that matters. So that's what I do. I would own up to being sober, and if I don't think it will risk me losing credibility in my marketing, okay? Because this is my business, and I've had it ever since I started partying and I was drinking alcohol. So I know I've had experience with that. So yeah, I still do what I did before. Nothing will change. It's just me as a person that has changed, not the way I run my business. So I hope that made sense. Let me know in the comments what you would do in this situation. I'll have the discussion question below. Also send me your voice messages. You can also DM me on the podcast Instagram. Also, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Also, rate on Spotify and leave me voice messages on advice you want me to give, just anything, okay? You can comment below. Also, if you're watching the video, you can also send me a DM on the podcast Instagram. It will also be linked below. And also subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. I hope you guys all have a great week, okay? You all deserve it, okay? So, yeah, I hope this episode has helped you in some way, okay? You guys will be hearing me and seeing me next week. Bye!
1, 2, 3, 4.